Hello, Adam Barralet here of Crystal Connections, talking to you about the different star signs and crystals and essential oils that we can use for them. Now, as we have been journeying through the different star signs throughout these last few days, what I've wanted to introduce you to is the idea that a lot of the time I just recommend that this is a good crystal, or these couple of crystals are great for a star sign, or these couple of oils because they're similar energy. But as we know, whether we be Gemini, Sagittarius, or Scorpio, or anything, they all have different personality traits, and sometimes we want to lift them up, and other times we maybe want to settle them down. We want to find balance in that. And so today we're going to look at what we can use to balance the Sagittarian energy in us. Now, I'm being very Sagittarian today. I'm going to introduce you to a bit of a different idea. The signs that are opposite on the zodiac actually have different traits. So I'm naturally a Gemini, but I was very Sagittarian today. I've just been at an event and time ran away because we're having so much fun, and that's why I'm a little bit late putting this up. So I do apologise for that, and my phone battery is about to go flat, so it's plugged in and hopefully it'll be okay. Very Sagittarian. So what I love about Sagittarians is they're a fire sign and they love to get the party started. They're great at gathering people together, having a great time, lots of fun and all that type of thing. If you need to collaborate or organise a charity event or something like that, Sagittarians are really great to have on the board because they have that ability to get out there and get the party started type of thing. However, one of the challenges with Sagittarians is, if we think about their symbol, it's the centaur, but it's the archer, sending those arrows off into the future. And so that is very much Sagittarian. They're always looking long term into the future. They can almost be not too dreamy, but very ambitious about where they're going to be. But they forget about the little details. Remember when I was talking about Gemini, the opposite sign, and we're very interested in all the little nitbits and that type of thing, that time kind of gets away from us. So where Geminis are very much in the present, whereas Sagittarians are very much in the future. They're wondering, oh, I'd love to do this, and imagine being this, and they'll create vision boards and all that type of thing, but they don't always work out the way to actually get there. So they're great to have around, they're lots of fun, they live very much in the moment, but in that type of way, without looking at those kind of finer details and worrying about that. They're very much that type of thing. I hope that makes sense. So let's look at some different crystals that will help to bring out the good attributes that we really want to nurture in Sagittarians. And, oh, there we go, Kyle's on and he's a typical Sagittarian, so, boom, gotcha. So we're going to look at oils and crystals that you can use, Kyle, and other Sagittarians as well, to help bring up the good traits and maybe soften down those not so desirable traits. So, the first one I want to recommend, one that works really well with Sagittarians, is good old carnelian. Now this is quite a reddish carnelian. Carnelian's generally known more as an orange stone, but this is quite a fiery one, that's why I like it. That's why it's in my collection. Hello, Stacey, we've got the Sagittarian party today. Whoop, whoop. So carnelian has that real vitality about it. If you're feeling flat, it can be really good, especially as we get into the colder months in the Southern Hemisphere, for getting a bit uplift. If you need a bit of an upliftment, this can be really good. This is one crystal that you might want to keep in the fridge. Why? Not because it's better cold, but because by putting it in the fridge, especially near your fruit and veg, it helps to add their vitality as well. So what happens is carnelian is beautiful for bringing that vitality, bringing that energy, helping us to enjoy the moment and always looking for the next best thing. That's very much a Sagittarian type of thing. So if we want to bring out that spark, bring people together, make things fun, carnelian is really, really good. But as I've said, Sagittarians are the life of the party, but when it's time to clean up, they're nowhere to be seen. They've gone off, venturing on that next conquest. The arrow goes, and they're off again, type of thing. So there is a risk with Sagittarians to sometimes burn themselves out or to overdo it because they have a bit of a FOMO, fear of missing out. So a nice crystal for them to work with to bring them back into balance can be blue lace agate. Now blue lace agate, I love just the look of this crystal. Like when you look at it, it's like you're flying over a frozen lake or something. The cool colours, very calming, very gentle, that type of thing. So if you find, I'm feeling Sagittarian the way I'm talking so fast today, but if you feel that you're really revved up and you're running around like a mad chook and you're not actually creating some strong foundations, or you're burning yourself out or anything like that, there you go, Kyle's giving me confirmation on that one, then blue lace agate can be a really nice one to work with. It'd be interesting, Kyle, if you want to answer the question, if you had the option of carnelian or blue lace agate, which would you go for? My guess is most Sagittarians would go for the carnelian. It's fun, it's vital, it's fiery, that kind of thing. It's a bit boring, but it's nice to bring those two energies into balance, and that would be a really great thing for Sagittarius. Now, another crystal that you can actually use, it kind of has brings both of them in at the same time is this beautiful crystal. This is called Champagne Aura Quartz. It's a fusion of clear quartz with gold, iron, platinum and indium. And it can be a really nice one to help you kind of, it's a really daggy name, it sounds like a name you'd maybe give, your mother would give it, but it's the crystal of responsible fun. Doesn't that sound joyous? So this is a really nice one for allowing you to be sensible fun and responsible fun, kind of things, to go out there but not be reckless. Kind of be a bit aware of the impact you're having on other people, the impact you have on the future, and all that type of thing. So this one, it's really good to wear and to bring that quite joyous energy about it. Champagne, how do we feel when we drink champagne? It's very much about celebration, but the browning kind of grounding colour of it can be really, really nice and can kind of help you to still stay a bit grounded while you're partying hard and off on that next venture. So those are 3 crystals that are really great. And then we've got some essential oils that we can also bring in as well. The first one that I love for Sagittarians is orange. Orange is absolutely amazing. How do we feel when we smell orange? We feel uplifted, we feel joyous. You know, it's all like, just like the carnelian, it's that real joyous type of energy. So using carnelian and orange together can be really nice for Sagittarians. Meditating with them at the same time, if you're feeling a bit flat, Sagittarian or otherwise, you can use your orange and carnelian together to bring that right uplift. The great thing about orange as well is it really encourages you to bring out the best in yourself, but also to bring out the best in other people as well. So what I mean by this is orange is really great. You see it when you blend it with different oils. With lavender, it makes it a really nice relaxing blend, but with peppermint, it's really quite uplifting. And so orange helps you to be so buoyant and so joyous and carefree that you're like, I'm feeling so good, and everyone else is so good too. Look at how good you are, and look at how good you are. And it encourages everyone to go together. So it's a really nice one with that Sagittarian kind of energy about it. Now, because Sagittarians are quite creative and they're coming up with something a little off center on what would be fun and that type of thing, a couple of oils that are really good for help with that intuition and that wisdom and that understanding are fennel. And doTERRA's just released, I haven't even got it yet, I'm very excited, Star Anise. I've smelt other brands before, but I'm very excited about doTERRA's. It should be here in 2 days. Woohoo! But these two, they've got that licoricey kind of aroma. And licoricey aromas, oils are really good for the third eye chakra. They help bring in creative new ideas, inventive new ideas. When the party is getting a bit dull, it's really good for you to use fennel and to kind of hold on, I got distracted by a question. Let me read Stacey's question. I've just learnt to control this. Could have done with the crystal beforehand. Oh well, now you know for next time, Stacey. So anyway, fennel and those licorice ones are really good for helping you come up with creative new ideas, thinking outside the square and all that type of thing. So the last one, to kind of pair up with our blue lace agate, and sometimes you need to calm your farm down, Sagittarians, is cedarwood. Cedarwood is, of course, a big wood oil tree, or a big tree that gives us the oil from its wood. And as I've said before, if we want to know what the oil's about, look at the plant it comes from. And cedarwood is very much about being grounded. You know, cedar's a big, strong tree. It doesn't get blown over easily, and so it helps us to be more grounded. But it's also sometimes referred to as the oil of community. It actually helps us to feel comfortable and grounded and safe with who we are, and then to reach out to other people and to hold hands with them and to work in collaboration and do all these different great collaborative ideas and group ideas and community ideas and all that type of thing. But if we don't feel comfortable in ourselves, which cedarwood helps us to do, then we can't do that, and those communities don't work. So cedarwood's great for, first of all, calming you down, Sagittarian, and then helping you to feel grounded and reach out to everyone else. So those are a few different crystals and a few different essential oils that you can work with as well. You can also call on the Sagittarian angel, who is Adnatiel. Adnatiel is really good for helping you have that responsible fun. God, I feel like a mother when I say that, or a father. Make sure you have responsible fun. Adnatiel is very good for helping you find that next conquest, but also making sure that you're looking beyond just the thrill, that whatever your next conquest may be. Oh, hello, Ava, you come to say hello. Sorry, forgive the cat tail. So whatever that next conquest may be, it makes sure that it's actually got a mission to it, that there is a kind of a meaning for your path, that you're not just going off for one thrill after another thrill. So you can call upon Ad Natural, diffuse any of the oils, or put any of those oils that I've mentioned in your hand and inhale. Hold one of those crystals. Carnelian is absolutely amazing for connecting with Ad Natural, and that will really help to bring that angel's energy in and help you bring out and nurture a nice balanced Sagittarian energy. Now, did you know that that you're not just your sun sign? So we've got a couple of Sagittarians on the live at the moment, but every single person has some amount of Sagittarian energy in them. In fact, you have all the 12 zodiac signs in your birth chart and in your personal astrological makeup. And we need to balance all of these in order to be totally harmonious. Now, how do you learn how to do that? I'm teaching a 6-month online course. It starts this weekend. And what happens is I go through and show you how to interpret your chart, work out where the imbalances are and what gifts from nature you can actually use to balance them. Now, that's just one module. There are other modules where we look at the basics of working with crystals, cleansing and programming and making grids. We look at safety with essential oils and how to use essential oils in various different ways. We then look at chakras, and with the chakras, I teach my 21 crystal and oil technique for balancing them instead of just using the 7 oils and crystals, so that you get a much more effective and long-lasting effect. We also look at other things like mythical being energies such as dragons and fairies and mermaids and unicorns. We look at Lemurian healing, layout grids, a whole bunch of different things, and we do near the end a big manifestation, a manifest change in your life using your crystals and your oils. So if you'd like to know more about that, straight after I jump off this live, I'm going to pop the comment underneath. Join me again tomorrow. We're going to journey along and we're going to look at the next sign, a really interesting sign, sometimes a misunderstood sign as well, and this is Capricorn. So I'll be back at 4 p.m. Australian Western Standard Time tomorrow to explore that. We've got Capricorn to go, then we've got Aquarius, and we're going to finish off with the good old Pisces, and that'll take us up to the end of the week. Thank you very much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you at the same time tomorrow. I'm Adam Barralet. Blessed be.